Welcome back. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. So last night I was making some wee card packs to send out to my friends for Christmas, and I was looking at these again today and realised that if I was going to be sending these by post, they're actually a little bit too thick. All right, so these are kind of more handy if you're giving them, you know, like your hand giving them. Whereas if you want them to fit into the large letter cardboard packages to send, you need to create them so that they're slightly thinner. So I thought I'd come on here. Look, this is one I made earlier. I'd come on and show you the alternative sizing. So I'll just quickly show you this one that I made. So use exactly the same size piece of cardstock, you just trim off a bit more. So there's the 4 envelopes, and I've got my 4 cards here. And then I realised this was ending up looking quite plain. So to package it up, I'm actually popping the first card on the front there so that you can actually see it before then putting it into my cellophane to keep it nice and safe on the journey to whoever's going to be receiving them. And I thought I don't necessarily need to wrap it up. I just think, you know, it's just a nice gift to give, and it's so pretty that why cover it up? I don't know. I mean, sometimes it is nice to have packaging, isn't it? But I'm trying to cut down a little bit on packaging. So anyway, that fits in there beautifully. So let's go over the measurements. So yesterday we were making them so that they were 1 inch thick. So what I'm going to do is just take off 1/4 of an inch basically and make the necessary adjustments. So it also means though that we have that if the guys, us guys in the UK, we can use a whole sheet length if we want to. Just saying. But it will, yeah, depends kind of what you want to do really. Right, let's get my channel up so I can say hello to everybody. Welcome if you're watching this on the replay. Thank you for coming and checking out what I'm up to, and we'll go from there. Right, so this is a stamped one sheet wonder from over a year ago. You probably recognise some stamps in there that have not been around for a little while. Hi Mindy, Sheila, Cindy, Bonnie, Paula, lovely to see you. And I think I'm going to stick it onto the pumpkin pie. That's going to be my card base, but I want to make this box out of garden green. And so what we're going to do is we're going to score first of all at 3/4 of an inch. So we're just taking it down by 1/4 of an inch. I mean, if you want to take it down further, you can do, but I think this just allows a little bit of space if you want to get, I don't know, more than 4 cards in there. So score there. Then score at 5 3/4 inches. And then cut it at 7, no, hold on, bear with. 1, 2, 3, 6.5. Just check that. Yeah, 6.5. So cut at 6.5. Now, if you don't want to have that line through the middle, like I was doing yesterday, that's fine. You can then just score at 7. Then score at 7 1/4. Oh no! Don't do that. Don't do that. Just so happens I got a spare piece out. Oh dear. It was all going so well. It was. Score at 3/4 of an inch. Oh my goodness. Never mind. Score at 5 3/4. Cut at 6.5. Just pretend you didn't see that, guys. Hi Barney, hi Kelly, hi Sabra, lovely to see you. Right, I'm going to keep that cutting blade out the way because I don't need it. for now. Score at 7. Score at 7 3/4. There we go. Now, in the UK, we can actually just fold that over and that's fine for us. But you guys in the States, you will already, you'll get to the 11 mark. So I'm going to pretend that this is an American piece of paper, just for you guys. But yeah, that will cut that there off there at 11. And it kind of does make it easier for us in the UK if we do want to just then go in and cut at 4 inches. We just need to cut that little bit there. Now, what you could do is, if you're not very confident getting it right up to the end there, don't worry about reaching to the 3/4. Just put a little notch in, and then just finish it off with the scissors. It will make sense in a second once I get my scissors out to show you this bit. Right. So I've, once I've shown you, once I've shown you this, I am going to just sit here and make a few more. And if you guys want to stay on and keep me company, that's fine. If you want to chat to each other, if you've got any questions you'd like to ask me, then go ahead. But so I just thought that while I was going to be making a few of these, I may as well come on live and say hi, keep you company. Right, so now when I did last night's, I was talking about how when you cut into this section here, if you want to keep it nice and square, perhaps just cut straight. And Roberta Miller, thank you Roberta for leaving a comment, she said when you get to this point here, just cut straight down and then cut the notch into the smaller piece, because when you then stick it together, it's really nice and neat then. Now I just snip off that little bit there just to make it easier for later on. So cut straight down and then cut your notch in there. Straight down. It just makes it look very tidy and professional. Of course, very professional on this show. Apart from when I obviously forget the difference between my cutting blade and my scoring blade. So. Right, so we fold these ones forward. Oh, good morning, Cindy. Hi, Elaine. You just caught Esther and Seth on the replay. Oh, lovely. Yes, well, Esther's unboxing. Yeah, she just did an unboxing. So I've decided I actually quite like leaving that bit there and sticking it behind because it makes it a bit more sturdy. So we'll stick to that plan because I quite like it. Right, I'm just going to have a swig of my tea. I've got some new tea, lemon and, what's this? I think it's lemon and nettle. It's very pleasant, I have to say. Sometimes when you have herbal teas, they're a bit kind of strong in flavour. That one's really nice. Right, bring this on. And I'm going to cut it at... Now, if you were on last night's show, you noticed that I was keeping the little slithers to decorate my box. And I'm going to do that again because it just worked out so beautifully to have a little hint at the cards going on the box. So I cut those at 10 centimetres. I'm going to cut these at 14.35, whereas on my cutter I can actually cut it at 14.4 because I think there's just a tiny wee discrepancy, like 0.5 millimetre discrepancy. I don't know if it's the same on all of these trimmers, but I think there's moving parts, aren't there? So it's not surprising that sometimes there's a tiny weenie if you're going to be super strict about your 0.5 millimetres. Right, so, oh no, I know what, while I'm here, I'm going to cut my base. So I am going to cheat this. I'm going to do 2 in one go, as I find so much quicker and easier. Hello, Miss Kay, lovely to see you. Hi, Liz. Go. Right, so those are my bases done. Let's see how long this actually takes. Obviously, I'm not stamping my stamped one sheet wonder from scratch because I've done quite a few of those. But let's face it, hands up, who has got spare stamped one sheet wonders that they don't know what to do with? And who's got people that they need to make presents for, you know, 1 + 1 equals a lovely card pack for somebody. So, right, now, I'm also going to remind you that using the other end of your Tombow glue is actually sometimes a little bit preferential, because as long as you're careful, if you squeeze a little bit and then spread the glue, this is a glue spreader, remember, your other end, you actually get quite a nice spread out bit of glue there. So just going to give that a good rub, burnish rather, not rub. There we go. Now before I stick this all together, I'll try and remember to decorate it. So this piece just goes along there and there. So just put little tiny blobs along there, and again use my spreader. Just going to eyeball this, pop that onto there, hold that in place, give that a little fold, move that to there, give that a little fold, and then you can just give that a little trim there, and then we're going to stick tiny little blobs, just spread that along. So then I want the 2 shorter pieces. Oh no, hold on, sorry, I forgot. I've got to stick the long bit on first. Just spread that over a little bit. Now I know some people do struggle with the Tombow glue, and often it's because they're putting too much glue on. That's the problem. They put too much. So less is more really when it comes to this glue, because it's very high quality, and it's not like PVA or the Elmer's glue that once it dries it's just dry. This glue, once it's dried, it actually goes tacky. So you cannot afford to have little spare bits of glue just on your work, because it does go tacky. Now you can remove it with the silicone rubber if you have one of those, but sometimes with 3D projects it's a bit tricky to remove excess glue, so it's not something that I recommend that you strive for. Right, so that's going to go over, then that's going to go over like that. I think I need to pop a little bit more glue on my oh, what's going on here? What's going on? Right, that's better. Now why have I ended up with more on that side than that side? Hold on, I just need to give this a little bit more of a burnish because it's not wanting to do as it's told. Right, there we go. That one in first, then that one, then that one. I'm going to have to get my third fingers out. Here we go. Once it's in place, just get a peg on it, because the more you handle it, you can end up with gooey fingers. So once it's in place, stick it, get the peg in, leave it to do its thing. Right, let's get this stuck down. That one on there, and then a little bit of more glue. Oh, sorry, bit of glue on there. Oh no, that's the wrong way round. Oh, too late now. I've done it. I wonder if I can peel that back. Oh no. Oh well, there we go. I can hide that. I was meant to do this one over the top of that one. Never mind. I'll hide it with this. See, I do make mistakes, guys, but you know what? It's only paper. They are usually fixable mistakes. That's the great thing about crafting, you know. It's not like a life or death situation, is it? A new bottle is much harder to control. That is true. That is true. Bonnie has a whole drawer of One Sheet Wonders. Yep. I use the fine tip applicators. Yeah, good idea. Hi, Danielle. Bonjour. I think sometimes people just transfer the glue into those other bottles, I think. Yeah. Kay was shouting at me. Oh, Kay. You need to shout a bit louder. Oh, dear. Right, so now I'm making up my cards very quickly. And this is where I find that the thicker applicator comes in handy. Because you know that the glue is kind of spread well. Now these cards, you can use them like that or like that. I'm leaving it up to the recipient what they want to do. You know, they're going to be plain cards, so it's up to them to write what they want in there to whoever. And I think these, you know, if you've spent loads of time stamping, these are like fine art prints. You know, they are super nice. You know, I think the guys at Stampin' Up do such a fabulous job with their stamp designs that, you know, they really are little pieces of artwork to be given away or sold. These would make nice craft store gifts. Right. Merci, Danielle. Hi, Sandra. Lovely to see you. Right, so let's see if this is all stuck together. Yeah, that's all good. Don't know how I made that mistake earlier, but never mind. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4 envelopes. Pop those in there. That there. And that there. Get the cellophane. Where am I the cellophanes from? I'm going to get them out in a sec. Because this one's got a bit of glue on it. Let me get the nice ones out. I think my fingers were a bit gooey last night. Let's get rid of them. And of course, if you still wanted to put a pen in, you have actually got space for a pen there if you wanted to. But please be aware, if you're posting these in the UK, just to be aware of the postage prices when it comes to a thicker parcel. So I have tested this out, and it does fit into these large letter envelope boxes. I got these from, you know, that big online store that begins with an A. Not that they need more advertising. And oh, that one's fallen out. Pop that in there, I think. There we go. And then I just pop a little bit of washi tape on the back, put my sticker on there, and there you have it. If you wanted to put a little packet of stamps, that would be nice too, I guess. And oh, why did I just put that pen? Just trying to think, a little pen would fit in. Definitely fit in that way. So you could even do a little personalised pen holder. That would look really cute there, wouldn't it? Anyway, you guys come up with fantastic ideas, so I'll let you do all that. Right, I'm going to make another one. If you want to hang around and keep me company, you can do. If you feel that you've learned all you need to learn, that's fine. Please feel free to get on and do whatever you need to do. But I'm going to be making another one to go with this lovely stamped One Sheet Wonder. And I haven't quite decided what colour card. I might do a collection of card bases on this one, because there are so many colours in here that I think this would look lovely on kind of different, you know, like a yellow, a green, you know, different card bases. So I'm going to go over the measurements again with you for those of you who've just joined. Will you take me to the grocery and then for a coffee? Oh, Liz had her delivery today. Fantastic. Oh, that's going to be fun over Christmas, Liz, if you can get some time to yourself. Right, I know what I'm going to do. For my British friends, I'm going to do this in centimetres, just to help you out here and show you how you can use a whole piece of cardstock. So my American friends, you can switch off for a second when it comes to the measurements, because I'm actually going to do the centimetres now, just to see what happens. So we're going to score at 2 centimetres. Those of you who use metric, so it's not just the Brits, there's other people around the world, I know. So 2 centimetres. And then let's have a think. 15 to 15, and then cut at 17. There we go. And then, now let's think how we can do this so that it works. You wanna, so we've got up to 28 centimeters there, so -2. And okay, so if we go at 18, yep, score at 18, then 20, then cut at 28, just to tidy. Oh no, we could cut at 29. Cut at 29, just to tidy it all up. Okay, because you don't need that little extra bit. That makes things a little bit complicated sometimes. So we'll cut at 29. So let me just double check that. So that's 9 centimeters. So 18 minus 9 is 9. I struggled then. Oh dear. So then at 9 centimeters, if you want to just put a little notch, or if you want to do a little cut, that's fine. But I'm just going to do a notch just to show you how that works. Get my scissors, cut to the line, then cut. Hiya, Linda. Just saw you snuck in there. We in the US will watch. Just lovely to listen to your voice. Oh, thank you, Miss Bonnie. Oh, and then Miss Gina, is Gina watching? Gina, I got your lovely card today. And gift. I've not opened the gift. I'm saving it till Christmas. Thank you very, very much. I really need coffee. I cannot follow the numbers. What, do you want them in centimeters, Bonnie, or do you want them in inches? If you want them in inches, I've got them right here still. Oh, Heidi, how could I miss out my South? I usually say South Pacific, actually, because I have to include the New Zealanders. So, yes, my South Pacific friends. Do you guys use metric? I could never forget you, Heidi. Can I just say that? What was that about Cindy's news? Box is done. Oh, Liz is getting time to stamp. How many New Zealanders watch me? A few. Yeah, a few. Yeah. I think the time difference is a bit prohibitive because, yeah, it's better at this time of year, I think. Oh, now the other option is to stick this with double-sided tape. So I'll run through that option with you guys, because I know some of you are a bit of a fan of the old tape. Now this is old Stampin' Up! Red tape. Just so happens to be on my desk, so I thought I'd use it. But I know some of you are really big fans of using tape. Some of you really like using the tape runner. No, that's fine. So you don't have to use wet glue. In fact, it's probably a bit easier not to use wet glue, if I'm quite honest with you. Right, so I know I'm going backwards and forwards between the box and the Stamp One Sheet Wonder, but that's because I rescue this middle section for use to decorate my box. So I cased a card from Sam using centimeters years ago and was disappointed at the shape. Yeah, they were. Yeah, our cards are a slightly different shape to yours generally. Hi, Margaret. I'll take a photo of this and put it on Artful Stampin Space. Miss Bonnie. That'll help. Save you having to scribble. But if you want to scribble, I can tell you the numbers. But this is for yesterday's. Yeah, I need to give you the new numbers. Yeah, that's for yesterday's fatter box. Right. I think I might use tape this time. Just to see what happens. Now, the only thing about using tape is that you really don't have any room for error. So it's a case of lining it up and then being a bit careful. There we go. Oh, I can lull you to sleep, Miss Heidi, and then you can get up later to watch me later. Right. Oh no. Stay. Stay. There we go. See, I've reverted back to the wet glue now. Us crafters are so fickle. Right, so I'm hoping that I don't necessarily need to use a lot of glue on that little tiny flap, because this double-sided tape is really quite strong. And it's not like we're holding, you know, bricks or something. So I like to put the glue on the flap that's going towards the back. And the reason that is so that you've got this nice, neat finish at the front. Okay. Right, so then, oh, need to grab some more envelopes. Here's me envelopes. Now, I haven't decided what card bases to do for this, because we've got such lovely colours going on here that I thought it would be nice to mix them up a bit. So I'm going to get some Flirty Flamingo. And then, ooh, what's we got here? Is that a balmy? It might have been a Seaside Spray, but I'm going to use Balmy Blue. And I'm wondering if a Fresh Freesia might look quite nice. Oh, sorry, I've got bits of card in different places. So, right, Daffodil Delight. Fresh Freesia. And then I think I've got a soft succulent or soft sea foam. I've got a soft sea foam already cut. Oh, maybe not. What colour is that? Oh, mint macaron. No, that doesn't go. Oh no. Oh, got an old olive. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So if you have lots of different coloured card bases, sometimes it's nice to do a pack with different bases, because the different bases just bring a whole different feel to each card, I think. So, see you, Kelly. Yes, this is a bit of an extra video, guys, because I've just had to make some cards. So, oh, no, that one's got a little bit of a bent corner. Oh dear. Oh dear. We can't have a bent corner. Yeah, the Fresh Freesia is so pretty, isn't it? Such a lovely colour. Oh, now is the time to start reminding everybody about the in colours, because now's the time, very soon, people start to go, ooh, the in colours are going to be going in a few months. We need to stock up on our inks. And before the stampede happens, I suggest that if you're popping in an order during celebration to get your freebies, if you're trying to get up to the £45 mark, pop in some re-inkers, because when they're gone, they're gone. And if you've got favourite colours of the in colour inks, then you will be very upset if you run out of those colours. So to remind you, the colours that are going to be leaving us are Magenta Madness, Cinnamon Cider, Bumblebee, Misty Moonlight, and Just Jade. So, is this Calypso Coral? No, this is Flirty Flamingo, Heidi. Oh no, that's wrong. That's better. You started stocking up on free shipping day. Very good. Yes. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, for those of you who are perhaps new to Stampin' Up and getting inks and things, I remind people every year, because if you're not used to the Stampin' Up kind of ink calendar, as it were, it can catch you out. And by sort of January, February, people are starting to really go crazy on the inks. And because it's so late in the Stampin' Up year, as in, you know, they're going to be, ooh. So if anyone wants to know, I'm going to write this down before I stick this, how I stamped this. I stamped this on the 5th of the 2nd, 2021. I went through a phase of writing dates on the back of my stamped one sheet wonders. It didn't last long, but there we go. I will link this stamped one sheet wonder in the description below if you want to see how I did it. Got a bit of goo on there. Right, thank you everyone for watching. I've got to go and get these in the post. So get some Christmas gifts in the post to people. And let's choose a nice one to put on the... That one looks nice, isn't it? Okay. Right, so I will just quickly remind you of the measurements if you're doing this in inches. Where's my little Sharpie? Oh, here it is. I'm going to draw it out for you. Hi, Gina. Ah, did you hear me mention your name? I got your card and prezi today, my darling. Thank you so much. And I'm not opening it until Christmas Day. Okay, so we've got 3/4 of an inch there, then 5, then 3/4 there. So you're actually going to score at 3/4, then 5 3/4, and then 6 1/2 to get that bit across there, and then cut at 11 inches for those of you in the UK. And then you're going to turn it the other way, oh sorry, no, that way round, and then score at 7 inches, 7 3/4, and then cut at 8 9 10 3/4. There we go. So it's just remembering that it's a 3/4 at that point there to score. That's 3, and then this is 7. Okay, hope that makes sense. Good night, Heidi. Night night, darling. Okay, Miss Bonnie, have you got that? So if it's this one, you score at 1 6 and then 7 inches. You cut. Cut 7, score, and then it's score at 7 8, and then cut at 11. No, after you leave, lol. It's a bit like, you know, when you're on the phone to a boyfriend. No, you put the phone down. No, you put the phone. No, you go first. No, you go. Heidi, no, you go. No, Ruth, you go. It's fine. Oh, thank you, my darling Kay. Thank you. Just remember to put enough envelopes in. That's what I'm going to say. So there you have it. Packs of cards ready to send off. Made from your stamped one sheet wonders. In all their array. And yeah. You know what? This one, every time I look at this, I think, did I print that? Because I think I must have just re-inked my ink pad or something, because the colour is so vibrant on this paper. And then Sweet Levine made me a mug with this design on it for me. So even though I'm letting this go, I've still got the mug. So it's very nice. And that was stamped, gosh, about a year ago. Or, oh, no, less than a year. At the beginning of the year, I think, it was a colour challenge. I will try and put the links to all these stamped one sheet wonders, because I know sometimes I've got new followers who won't have necessarily seen me stamp these. So I will do that for you. Okay, take care, everybody. See you all soon. Thanks for giving me thumbs up. So you guys are awesome. And of course, if you want to purchase any of the products, please link to my shop below in the description. Or please go and click the link to my shop below. Right, lots of love. See you later. Bye. Night night, Miss Heidi.